Hi everyone, I am Natasha and I'm here to talk to you about nutrition and fitness. So I have restarted Nutrition Tuesdays because I took a little mini break for my vacation for my birthday and I'm back. A friend suggested that I choose a later time, so I'm trying 8:30 instead of 8 o'clock to see if that helps a little bit. Hopefully it will help with you guys checking out the Instagram live a little bit later on instead of at 8 o'clock. If not, then you guys can always check me out on my YouTube page at Natasha Ashley Nutrition, and that's on YouTube. Subscribe to that and you can get more information on nutrition and things like nutrition and fibroids, tips on how to be healthy on the go, lots of different stuff. So what I want to do is just get to this information because I think it's really important information. If you follow me on Instagram at Natasha_RD, then you can basically see in the morning times me walking to the gym. My gym isn't that far away. I go to the Harlem YMCA and it's maybe like not even a 10-minute walk. So I choose to go in the morning time because I just like to get it out of the way. I don't want to have to be tied down after work and I'm tired and try to go to the gym. I don't want to do it. What if my friends want to go out for drinks? I want to be able to go out for drinks. What if I don't feel like doing anything and I just want to have some wine at home? I mean, I want to be able to do that too. So I choose to go in the morning time. It isn't easy to get used to, but once you get used to it, then you always want to do it. So if you follow me on Instagram, then you'll see that I am going to the gym. My goal is like 3 times a week. And then I usually go one time for my dance workout class on Saturdays as well. So if you don't work out in the mornings, I suggest you give it a try. But as you know, I'm a dietitian, and so it's very important that nutrition and fitness, your workout, your physical activity go hand in hand. If you're trying to lose weight, for example, weight loss is 80% nutrition and 20% physical activity. But there is a physical activity component in there. So just to try and combine those two things, I've done some research, which is what I do on nutrition and fitness, and so I'm going to bring it to you guys today. And if you have any questions, just let me know. You can type them on the comments now, or you can always like I said, subscribe on YouTube at Natasha Ashley Nutrition. This is where this video will be at. So just to get started, I got my information here like I usually have, but nutrition and fitness sometimes can be foreign to people because you kind of feel like when you are trying to lose weight or you're working out a lot that you have to eat only a little bit, but that's just the opposite. You're burning a lot of calories, so you want to make sure that you're eating enough calories and you want to make sure that you're eating the correct things as well. So first and foremost, you want to make sure that you're getting off to a good start. When you are sleeping for the 5, 6, 7, 8 hours at nighttime, your body is replenishing itself, it is healing itself, and it's using the energy to do so that when you wake up in the morning, you need to have breakfast. It's a break from your fast. That's literally what the word means. So if you are working out right, like in the morning time like I do, you want to make sure that you're having something that is adequate. I know a lot of people do they fast before they work out. That does not work for me. Some people say that you're burning the fat or using the protein instead of using carbohydrates in the morning when you're doing the work, whenever you're working out, and you're not eating before. But that can be kind of dangerous because you can be very lethargic, you can be very tired if you're not eating anything. You have to make sure that you are eating something before you're working out to fuel your body. Just think of your body as a car, and I think I've used this analogy before, that you want to make sure that you're fueling the car before you actually drive it. Otherwise it's not going to go, or it won't perform as well as it should. So you want to make sure that you're putting in adequate fuel, and you want to make sure that you're putting in the right type of fuel in your body so that it can run properly. So things like a carb and a protein is something that is very quick and easy to make or to have before you work out. I personally usually just eat like a scoop and a half of peanut butter because the peanuts or whatever kind of nut butter you have, that's the protein in it, and then peanut butter has sugar in it as well. So that's your protein and your carb combined into one. Some people put it on a piece of whole wheat bread. You can do that as well. I know some people do protein shakes, and that's fine, but you just have to make sure with protein shakes that you're not doing, you don't have too many additives in there, too much sugar. Some people put a lot of juice in there as well, and that can make it too sugary and, have too many calories in there, and you're kind of negating it. You're defeating the purpose. So something with a carb and a protein is best, but you want to make sure that you are fueling your body before you work out, so that you don't pass out at the gym, okay? You wanna make sure that you are running optimally when you're working out, especially if you're doing something that's high intensity. You wanna definitely make sure that you are fueling your body throughout the day, or especially before you do your workout. I took a sports nutrition class in my graduate studies at NYU, and it was, very enlightening, especially knowing specific information on when you should be eating. So it's about 120 minutes before and after you're supposed to be consuming food before and after your workout in order to help with breakdown of your muscle. You don't want to break down your muscle, of course. Your muscle is already broken down or breaking down when you are working out, essentially. So you want to make sure that you're replenishing that by consuming something high in protein and carbohydrates as well. So consuming something 120 minutes, which is 2 hours before and after you work out, is the optimum time to eat before and after you work out, okay? And we already talked about the protein and the carbohydrate combination is what you want to make sure that you're having. So you also want to try and have something that's not with, that doesn't have a lot of refined sugar. So again, I said the whole wheat toast with some peanut butter instead of white bread. So, refined sugars are whites, basically. So white bread, white pasta, white rice, things like that are high in refined sugars. That also goes for cereals as well. So you want to make sure that you're having something like a multi-grain cereal, a whole wheat cereal, if you enjoy having cereal in the mornings. And it also keeps you full for a longer period of time. The fiber helps keeps you full. You can do something like oatmeal as well. I like oatmeal with peanut butter in it. I like peanut butter, as you can see. I didn't like it at first, but my trainer in Miami, Mike the Machine Mitchell, plug, he suggested that I try it. And so I think my body just kind of got used to the peanut butter and the oatmeal. I might add a little bit of honey, or I add a little bit of milk to it. I've also started adding chia seeds to it as well, and that's added protein too. But again, something that's higher in fiber, something with a complex carbohydrate like a whole wheat bread, and something with a protein is what you need to do. So kind of like going from what I was talking about, you want to make sure that you're counting the right type of carbohydrates. Again, refined sugars are something that you want to stay away from just in general in life, and try and have more whole wheat things, okay? Simple carbs, refined carbs are something that you want to avoid, especially when you're working out, because you want to make sure that you're having the optimal energy to go into your workout, okay? And pack some protein into your snacks and your meals, okay? So I am on this kind of yogurt kick now. I don't know what's going on with me, but there are certain things that I do. Like for example, maybe like 6 months ago, I love smoothies. And I would put everything in a smoothie, and I would drink it every single day. And I'm tired of it, and I don't want it anymore. And now I like yogurt. And so what I do is I have some Greek yogurt, some plain Greek yogurt. I add some fruit to it, maybe a drizzle of honey, and that's my snack. You can put that in your refrigerator at your job if you can. For a crunch, I might add some low sugar granola to it, or like a multi-grain Cheerio for a crunch. I like multi-grain Cheerios. So you can do that. Switch it up a little bit. Carrots and hummus. That's cool. Just watch out for the fat in the hummus. You can make your own hummus. It's perfectly fine, okay? It is chickpeas, all right? So pack your snacks with protein. Pack your meals with protein as well. So you want to do like a lean meat. So like, again, nut butters without the added sugar, legumes. So that is kind of in the chickpea kind of situation with the hummus. You can do lean meats like turkey, fish, chicken, without the skin on it, especially. That's what you want to look for in your lean meats. Eggs as well. I forgot about eggs. I have eggs in the morning too after my workout. I boil a lot of eggs, and then I put them in the refrigerator and I take them to work. And so when I'm running late, I know I have some boiled eggs at work, or I know I have a boiled egg already in the refrigerator. So prepping is also key too. And I actually don't think that that's in here. Trying to make sure that you're prepping not only for your meals, but also for your snacks too. And that includes your pre and post workout. So make sure you're doing that. Boost your fruit and vegetable intake. They are filled with lots of minerals and vitamins that are needed for your body to work properly. All right, so you want to make sure that you're having all the colors of the rainbow. You don't want to have something like chicken, mashed potatoes, and corn. So if you have chicken, mashed potatoes, and corn, it's almost kind of like the same color. You want to try and jazz it up and have different colors in there. Maybe have a dark green leafy vegetable in there. Maybe add something red in there as well. So you want to have all the different colors of the rainbows because those colors coincide with different vitamins and minerals. Okay, so make sure that you are trying to have different colors. Not only that, you want to try and have half of your plate to be vegetables or fruit. So you see your plate, it's a circle, split it in half. That's the vegetables. Split the half in half, which is a quarter. Quarter will be protein and a quarter would be the starch. All right. So the key is half of it is a vegetable and a fruit. So if you don't really care for vegetables like that, try different ones. Okay, go to the grocery store, stop eating the same corn and the same broccoli and peas. Maybe, I don't know, try something different. Go in there, oh, eggplant, all right, that's cool. Try, I don't know, cabbage. Maybe I haven't made cabbage in a while. Sure, why not? Look up a recipe. Google is our friend. I use Google a lot. It helps me. You want to choose healthy fats. We do need fat for our body to run properly. Some people do not want to have any fat in their diet, and that's not what you want to do. You want to have the healthy fats, okay? So like monounsaturated fats, polyunsaturated fats are good. Examples, nuts. Again, nut butter, see? That's why I like it. Seeds, avocado is very good. Olive oil, okay? So all of those things are healthy fats that are going to give your body its fuel that it needs, and it's not a saturated fat. So once you start to get into the saturated fat, that's the type of food that clogs your arteries and could cause heart disease. So you're not supposed to have that many grams of saturated fat. It's less than 7 to 10 per day. So you want to make sure that you're having the healthy fats in there and staying away from those saturated fats or the trans fats as well. Again, fueling up before you exercise, whether it is before whether you're exercising in the morning time or if you're doing it in the afternoon. Some people like to work out in the afternoon, and then they go from that time frame of working and working out and they have nothing. So you want to make sure that you are working out or not working out, that you're eating at that time. Someone asked a question, what are examples of saturated and trans fats? So saturated fats are, again, the clogged artery clogging fats. So like meats, red meats especially, they are artery clogging. So you want to try and have lean meats. It's like chicken, turkey, fish, beans, eggs. Those are all lean meats. Once you start to get in the red meats, that becomes more saturated. Also like butter, that's saturated fat as well. And fried foods, those have a lot of saturated fats in them too. So you want to try and avoid saturated fats. Trans fats are processed foods, okay? So when you get into boxed foods mostly, so things like Kraft macaroni and cheese or different cookies, a lot of store-bought cookies and sweets and things like that have a lot of trans fats in them, and they can clog your arteries as well. So it's best to try and stay away from like donuts and, you know, pies and cakes and that kind of thing, those kind of things, but also things like crackers. Okay, so anything that's usually boxed and processed have they can have a good amount of trans fat in them, and so you want to stay away from those. So back to making sure that you're fueling up before you exercise. So I had some examples on here, which I already talked about, like the bananas and the peanut butter. They have berries on here, which I use with my yogurt, my Greek yogurt. Nuts, again, if you want to pair your nuts with some type of fruit, that's a carbohydrate and protein combination that's good. Or you can do like nuts and cheese and fruit. That's really, really nice. Again, nut butter, you can try different ones. Almond butter, they have soy butter, they have all kinds of butters out there. I just personally like peanut butter. Again, you do not want to cut your calories too much. I said this initially in this IG Live story, because you are trying to lose weight. You are supposed to cut your calories, but not too much though, okay? So the safe guide is for women 12 to 1500 and for men 15 to 1800. Pause. Okay, this is a healthy adult, okay? This is, let me not say healthy. That's for somebody who's consuming a 2000 calorie diet on the regular. Most Americans are not consuming a 2000 calorie diet because 1 in 3 Americans are overweight or obese, and it's about to be 2/3 now. So this might be a little bit low. I suggest for my clients that I calculated myself, of course, because I'm a dietitian, but for women, like 16 to 1800 is okay, especially if you're working out too. You want to make sure that you are factoring that workout inside your calorie intake. And for men, like 18 to 2000. Some women work out very rigorously, and I increase it to 2000, maybe 2200 if you're, you know, a marathon runner or something like that, or you're running and you're doing high intensity interval training. You want to make sure that you have the optimal amount of calories. I tell people, if you're on a deserted island and you don't have any food there, your body stores fat because your body does what it does. It's the best. So you're starving, your body is storing the fat that you already have. So imagine now you're not on a deserted island, but you're still starving yourself, and your body's still gonna store fat, and that's not what you want. You're basically trying to lose weight. You're trying to lose the fat, and you're doing just the opposite. You're storing the fat instead. So you have to have some form of calories in order to metabolize everything that's going on in your body. In order to have a higher metabolism, you have to eat. So make sure that you're eating, and that you're eating a proper amount of calories, and also to factor in your activity level when you're doing that. If you are somebody who's doing yoga, you're not burning that many calories unless you're doing a very high intensity type of yoga, some type of power yoga. So, you know, if you're doing some light walking, that's different from somebody who is running every day. So you have to look on that type of scale to see what your activity level is and how much you should be consuming as well. If you have questions on how much you should be eating, you guys can always DM me and let me know, and we'll talk about it. How much should you exercise? So the substantial health benefits for the average adult: you should do at least 150 minutes of physical activity per week. 150, which is 2 hours and 30 minutes. Okay. It doesn't have to be all together. It can be spread out. So spread it out. Do a few days worth. Do 3 or 4 days. Do a couple days. You know, do 10 minutes here and there. I know people who, you know, take a work break and they do like some just walking in place, and that counts to these 150 minutes, okay? If you want to do more moderate intensity activity, then it's 300 minutes a day, which is 5 hours. Or if you're doing vigorous, again, 230, okay? So you want to preferably be doing some form of an aerobic activity, which is also known as cardio or endurance sport, okay? So things like walking, bicycling, playing basketball, things like that, dancing are different types of aerobic activities. Now their intensity can vary, and I do talk about that. So a general rule of thumb is that 2 minutes of moderate activity counts the same as 1 minute of vigorous intensity activity. I'm gonna say that again. 2 minutes of moderate intensity activity counts as the same as 1 minute of vigorous intensity activity. So for example, 30 minutes of moderate activity is the same as 15 minutes of vigorous activity. Got it? Half C's, okay? So moderate intensity activities, walking briskly, moderate, okay? Bicycling, tennis with a friend, ballroom dancing, line dancing, general yard work, exercise like water aerobics. Those are moderate intensity activities. Vigorous activities, running or jogging, swimming laps, tennis by yourself, vigorous dancing, okay? Bicycling faster than 10 miles an hour, jumping rope, heavy yard work, hiking, high intensity interval training, kickboxing, things like that. All right. So you want to make sure that you're checking to see what your heart rate is. That's how you know if the activity is moderate or if it's high intensity. So for a rule of thumb, somebody doing moderate intensity training or activity, I should say, can talk but not sing during the activity. Moderate means that you can talk, but you cannot sing, okay? Someone doing vigorous can't say more than a few words without pausing for a breath, okay? So if you're talking like me right now through a whole conversation, you ain't at moderate and you're not at vigorous, okay? I just want you to know that. You are at none, because I'm just sitting here. That's funny. But light activity also can be, like I said, yoga. You can do some walking as well, all right? Some Tai Chi. Those are different forms of light activities. Sometimes you have to start at the light and work your way up to the vigorous, okay? You might start at moderate and it's too much. Bring it down a little bit, work it up. Take baby steps, okay? It's okay to do that. You don't want to do too much and put a strain on your heart. So listen to your body. That is key, all right? So you want to also try and do some strength training as well, especially women out here, for your bone health. You want to try and do some strength training 2 times a week is good. And they provide different health benefits. Like I said, for women, it's good for your bones, especially those who are over the age of 50, because you're at higher chance of getting osteoporosis. So with strength training, the more you do, it's beneficial also because even after you're finished, you're continuing to burn calories. So that's why I always tell people, don't just focus on cardio. Make sure you're doing some strength training as well, because it's helping you to burn calories even when you stop doing the strength training, okay? So carbohydrates are important, okay? I don't want you to think that they're not. So your body is storing, when you're eating carbs, your body stores a certain amount of sugar in your body called glucose. So the glucose is used for energy, all right? I'm getting a little bit sciencey, but I'm gonna tell you about it, okay? During exercise, glycogen is broken down and provides muscles with the energy, okay? This energy is needed for fuel for 90 to 120 minutes of exercise, okay? So you usually use the sugar, glucose, all right? There's also glycogen that's already stored in your muscles, okay? That is not used until you are reaching 90 to 120 minutes, okay? So some of y'all are like, oh, I'm gonna use my muscle glycogen or whatever, but then y'all only working out for 30 minutes. No, you're not. You're not, okay? So just to let you know that. that is a myth debunked. All right, so you got to be working 90 to 120 minutes in order to use that stored sugar in your body. All right, so there is no need to carbohydrate load then, if you're not working at such a high intensity and for a long amount of time. You are not running a marathon, guys. And a lot of people who run marathons, let me tell you, they don't carbohydrate load. Like, they don't do that. A lot of them don't like use these little glucose packs. I feel like it's regular people like you and I, we think it's cute and that's what runners do. And so we want to make sure that we're doing it too. And we're carbohydrate loading because we're going to be working. No, don't do it, because you're not working out at such an intensity that they are. Even they don't need it because they know how to train properly. So don't do it. All right. Do you need extra protein, all these supplements for your workouts? Not really. Again, you're not working out that hard. All right. So 2 to 3 servings of meat, 6 to 7 ounces total, 2 to 3 times a week is fine. All right. I said meat. I shouldn't have said meat. Protein. All right. So we don't need protein, that much protein all the time. People who are vegetarians, they're perfectly fine. They're vegetarians who are runners, who are strength trainers, who are fitness models and things of that nature, because we don't need that much protein. Everyone's pushing protein because it sells. You're buying it. So if you want to use it before a workout, cool. But don't add protein powder to everything. People are overdoing with the protein. Chill out, y'all. Y'all gonna be messing up y'all kidneys for later on. Let the kidney just rest and filter it out. All right. Again, if you're not doing like some super stressful and strenuous activity, you do not need the excessive amount of protein in your body. All right. So lastly, balance is key. All right. I'm giving you a good amount of information. And I want you to make sure that you're listening to your body, especially. All right. There was, I don't know when it was, a few weeks ago, I was tired. My body was kind of aching and I was like, I ain't going to the gym tomorrow. And I didn't, because I was tired and I was listening to my body. You guys are going to the gym and you sick. You do it if you want to, honey. You are exposing yourself to all the germs that are inside of the gym and wherever you're going, because there are so many germs in the gym. Just listen to your body. If you're not feeling well, if you have an ache in your knee, if you got a headache and you feel like, I don't know, it's okay. But pause. You can't be like, oh, I don't feel well Monday. I don't feel well Tuesday. I don't feel well Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. If you're legit not feeling well like that, you probably need to go to the doctor, honey. Not go to the gym. So there's a give and take with that. Listen to your body. If you genuinely feel tired or you feel like something is going on and you don't know, just take a rest, take a break, okay? 3 times a week for working out is perfectly fine. You have another 4 days to chill, or to do some other type of very light activity like yoga, or to do some stretching, or to just get your mind right and meditate, honey. You can do that too. All right. So as you can see, hopefully I've conveyed the message that nutrition is very important for fitness. Okay. So you want to make sure that you are trying to do the things that I've talked about briefly, making sure that you are getting off to a good start, eating something before you work out, when you wake up. Okay, make sure you're fueling your body with what it needs. Okay, maintaining an adequate supply of electrolytes as well. More than 90 minutes though. Again, if you're not working out more than 90 minutes, you don't need a Gatorade. Just drink some water. It's fine. You can drink some water. Okay. After you work out, make sure you're getting plenty of protein. Okay. Protein and carbs. Protein and carbs are key for any meal. All right. Drink plenty of fluids as well. All right. It's supposed to be half of your body weight in ounces. Try that. That's still a lot. It's going to make you pee a lot, but your kidneys will thank you for it. All right. Make sure you're counting on the right carbs. You want to stay away from the refined and the simple carbohydrates, which are the white ones, the white bread and the white pasta and the white rice, and try something full of fiber, whole wheat bread, brown rice, multigrain pasta, things like that. They keep you fuller faster. Also, try things like eating oatmeal. That keeps you full as well. All right, so try little things like that. Make sure you're packing the protein in, but not overdoing it. Okay, again, protein and a carb for your snack, perfectly fine. Hummus and carrots, peanut butter and a banana, some nuts, some cheese, and some dried fruit, low in sugar, goes well. All right, make sure you're eating lean meats as protein. Chicken, turkey, fish, that's what I keep in my house. Only chicken, turkey, and fish and shrimp, you know. So if I'm feeling like I want like an actual hamburger with beef, or I want some pork chops or something like that, then I eat it when I'm out. I don't keep it inside the house. So that's kind of like a, you know. So make sure that you are having lean meats, okay? Boost your fruit and vegetable intake. Make sure you're having colorful fruits and vegetables, okay? All across the rainbow, they all have vitamins and minerals that are necessary for your body, and especially for your workouts. Make sure you're choosing healthy fats, okay? Things like avocado, nuts, seeds, having olive oil when you're cooking. Those are all healthy fats, and staying away from the unhealthy fats like trans fats and saturated fats, which can clog your arteries and cause heart disease. Make sure that you're fueling up before and after you're exercising. And I'm giving you some examples for that. Don't cut too many calories. You need that fuel in order to burn the fats. In order to burn the calories, you need to make sure you have an optimum amount of calories as well. All right. And try and make sure that you're staying within these parameters of exercise. 150 minutes, 2.5 hours per week. All right. If you want to go a little bit harder, 300 minutes. All right. That's 5 hours a week. That's for the whole week, guys. All right. So you can stay within those. Try and get some aerobic or cardio exercise and some strength training exercise as well. All right. Mix it up a little bit. It's cool to do that. And that is it. If you have any questions, make sure you let me know. This was cool. I enjoy working out. Like I'm sure you see me working out or walking to go work out in the morning time. And so this is what I do. I just wanted to make sure that I give you guys some information, not only on working out, but also the nutrition aspect of it, because nutrition is very important when you're working out and in fitness. Okay. So this will be, no problem. This will be posted on my YouTube page called Natasha Ashley Nutrition. So make sure you check that out and subscribe. Listen, I am like the only Black woman out here that's like trying to bring you guys some information on like my YouTube page. I've looked, they not out there. So make sure that you support, okay? If you have questions, if you want me to talk about a specific subject, let me know and I'll talk about it, okay? DM me, Natasha_RD is my handle for Instagram and Twitter. Natasha Ashley is me on Facebook. And again, subscribe to my YouTube page, Natasha Ashley Nutrition, if you have questions on nutrition or you want some nutrition consultation. My website is natashaashley.rd.com. I'm here for y'all. Y'all got a Black woman here trying to help y'all out with nutrition. And I'm just like you guys. I'm working at it myself, so I know what's going on. Again, I'm Natasha Ashley. I am your Black RD. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll see y'all later. Bye.